is Coach Elizabeth here from the Wonder Woman, and today I'm going to be going over tempo with you. We are going to go over how to read tempo in your program as well as how to apply it to different movements. Tempo is going to be the speed at which you perform a movement or a lift. It can be applied to bodyweight movements, movements with a barbell, or movements on a machine. First, let's take a look on how to read your tempo, and then we're going to look at how to apply it to several different movements. This is how you'll see tempo in your programming. Tempo is 4 different numbers. The first number is going to represent the eccentric or the loading phase of the movement. The second number is going to represent the stretched phase. The third number is going to represent the action part of the movement or the concentric or shortening phase. And then the last number is going to represent the flexed position. Each number represents the time or the amount of seconds you're going to spend in each part of the movement. The lift that you are performing is going to determine where you start in the sequence. For example, a movement like the squat, which starts with an eccentric part of the movement, a loading phase, you're going to start with the first number. However, if you have a movement like the press or the deadlift, which starts with a shortening phase, an action step, you're going to start with the third number or the concentric phase. And this is what tends to throw people off. So to help you, I'm going to start with a few different movements and we're going to go through them together, and I'm going to show you which phase is which and how we apply the rules of tempo to them. Movements can be broken up into 2 different categories. Movements that start with the eccentric, such as the squat, bench, dip, or Romanian deadlift, or movements that start with the concentric. These are going to be your overhead press, deadlift, bent over row, hamstring curl, pull up, etc. For today, I want to start with movements that start in the eccentric or in that first position. Let's start by looking at a barbell bench press. For a barbell bench press, let's say we have a tempo of 2, 1, 1, 1. We're going to start in the eccentric with that 2, lowering the bar down to our chest to the stretched position where we pause for 1. We push up for 1, that's our action, concentric, and then the flexed position, we are going to pause for 1 and reset before we go on to that 2-second eccentric for our next rep. Let's apply this to the lift in real time so that we can see what it looks like. So we're starting with the eccentric phase here. This is the stretched position, the concentric, and we're going to take a little break at the flexed. So let's count out what it's going to sound like. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, and then back into that eccentric. For 2, pause for 1, up for 1, and rest for 1. Next, we're going to go over a barbell back squat with a 3, 0, 1, 1 tempo. The loading phase is going to be 3 seconds, no pause in the stretch position, up for 1, and then a 1-second reset. So it will look something like this. 1, 2, 3, up. Take a second to reset. 1, 2, 3, up. Reset. 1, 2, 3, up. Reset. Next, let's go over a few movements that start in the concentric position or third part of the sequence. Let's begin by demoing a lat pull down with a 2, 1, 1, 1 tempo. The lat pull down starts in the action or concentric. So we're going to start right here for 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, and so on. Next, I want to share the overhead press with you with a 2, 1, 1, 1 tempo. The overhead press is going to start not at the first, but at the third number in the sequence because we are starting the movement with the concentric or the action phase. So 1 push up, 1 second pause at the top, then we're going to go back to the beginning of the sequence, 2 seconds on the way down, 1 second pause at the stretched position, and then back to that concentric, that push. So again, if you ever feel lost, think about where you're starting with the movement first and then apply that to the sequence. So overhead press starting in the concentric, holding at the flex, down for 1, 2. This is the stretched, back up for 1. Hold for 1, down for 1, 2. This is the stretched again and back up to that flexed position. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you found this video informative. Please make sure to subscribe to our channel, as well as take a look at our Instagram and check out our website, www.thewonderwoman.com, for more information on coaching. And let us know what you want to see next in the comments below.